Hi everyone and welcome back to a new video with me Shruti. I wanted to make this quick update today because we had an Aries new moon I think about a week ago, and it really marked the beginning of something significant in this year. And as you know, it marked the beginning of a new astrological year. So it's not just a new moon where every month, a new moon starts the beginning of a new cycle for the month. But this month, this new moon actually started the beginning of a new year cycle. This is why we're finding that a lot of the changes that are happening now within our relationships, within our work and everything in our life, they have to do with what we will be working with for the whole year. So, pay attention to the ideas that are coming in now and what you're working with. But the main thing that I wanted to speak about today is that we're feeling a lot of this Aries energy. And Aries is about, this higher fire that just comes through. It's this masculine energy of just fiery action. We get an impulse and in the body we know what to do, and then we just go forward with it. But at the same time, most of the planets are in retrograde for this whole month, for April. And so we will be working with this retrograde energy, which is really not so much about forward momentum in the physical, as much as it is about inner action. So that's why you might be feeling this stop start energy, that you get an idea or something new comes up. Let's say for instance, we're meeting new people as well. There's new relationships, and as well as we're starting new projects. And at the same time, you think of something and it happens. You want to go forward with it in the physical, but then there's some setbacks, for lack of a better word for now. And this is because we're still assimilating more information and there's more to come through. And this month is about that, it's about receiving, being open to receive, because sometimes we can be a bit uncomfortable in that space of just that more feminine space of just holding space for us to be filled in with more. And the most of the action that's really happening is about this developing the new. For instance, like if you have ideas for new projects, you might be working behind the scenes, in putting them together. So the main thing that, the guidance that I was getting was to hold our ground, because what happens is we get a new idea and we want to go full force with it. We try it, because Aries is about this not being shy, just this confident burst of action, and then you do something like that in a big way and immediately it doesn't give you the results that you wanted. And then you can have a way of just shying away from it or doubting your potential. And so it's important to not run away, because we are being shown our higher potential, and especially the potential for the new year, the whole year. And this is why things that are more long term, they take a while to develop. So we have to be patient with this and not give up on that new vision that we are being shown, but instead just be comfortable holding ground and just holding that space of receptivity, and also be devoted to that work, because it's important to be ready for those opportunities when we get that final impulse, to move forward, when we feel like all the information has come together and it's the right time to move forward with something. Then we can put it out in the physical. And this is why it's important to have the groundwork ready. So as a simple example, when I wanted to make this video, I actually made notes for it a couple of days ago already, last week. And but it wasn't really the right time to make it until now. And when I tried to make it before, there were some technical errors and things like that were happening. And that's because more information needed to come through, some things needed to be worked through, in order for us to just fine-tune, what we are putting forth in the world. And so we need to be devoted to this, to that process of nurturing our projects, nurturing our relationships, because of Venus, the planet of relationships, of making abundance in the world. This is in retrograde right now, Venus, and it will start moving direct, I think, in the middle of April. And for now, there can be this stop-start energy, like I was saying. So don't be afraid of just holding your ground. There are a lot of big shifts happening, and this period is also as important as any period where the energies are more direct. And actually there is a lot of action that's going on, because like I said, it's just happening behind the scenes. So put that energy that you have, that spring, that burst of new life, in doing that, in putting together stuff behind the scenes, and in assimilating information, and just becoming more, just coming into that place of solidity, before, let's say, things move forward in a bigger way, which might be more, next month. Because we will be better aware, we will be more clear on what our direction is in that sense. And the thing that Spirit was also showing me is that, if we're ever frustrated, because when we have this stop-start feeling, then we can have this feeling of frustration that comes up. And if you ever want guidance on what to do, or you're lost, then just look into the natural world around you. And if you look at nature now, when I come here out into nature, things are blossoming. It's the beginning of spring, and everything is blossoming. There's flowers, there's all of this fresh green color that's coming out, but at the same time it's amidst this there's still some brown, and those remnants of the old that are still left, remnants of last year of winter. So but at the same time, every time that I come here, I come back within 2 or 3 days, and it's already so much more green. So there's a lot of growth that we also are experiencing, just like what's going on in nature. But there's still some shedding process that might also be happening at the same time. Even though primarily we have been through it already, and it's now we have entered the new cycle, and with the Aries new moon, it's already started. But still, even when we're shown a higher potential and we've entered that new, sometimes we take a little while to embrace it fully and to assimilate it, like I said. So just be really present with that energy, and just know that there's a lot of growth that's happening, and be devoted to that. Be devoted to nurturing yourself, your relationships, and your projects.